How's our financial plan coming?
Super! Chris, any advice?
With Western and Southern, preparing for your financial future can be easier than you think. Favorite receiver?
Huh?
To get started, visit westernsouthern.com.
First one we got to go with Carolina's Brian Burns, who's struggled a bit down the late after a hot start going against Caleb McGarry of the Atlanta Falcons. Rookie on rookie, do love that.
Yeah, you always love to see those rookie matchups for Caleb McGarry. Has not really gone his way this year. 11 sacks already allowed. One of the highest totals in the NFL. That's close to on pace for the most we've ever seen. I think that was by Colton Miller last year, or something like 17. So not going great for him. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say it, but I didn't think he was like surefire. I can't believe they took him in the first round. Like I was just like, I didn't think he was that. I was fine with taking him late second. That's where we had him, something like 60th on our board. Just like I was floored with him and the Lindstrom. Felt like big reaches for need, and obviously they haven't fixed the offensive line. That offensive line got decimated. It just got murdered by the Saints. Saints had 3 defensive linemen on our team of the week last year because that offensive line still so bad. So Brian Burns eat you some. It's a very good matchup for him to win.
Definitely. Let's go forward here. Terry McLaurin going against Jair Alexander. Really excited for this matchup. If you haven't listened to the Tuesday edition of the 2-for-1 Drafts podcast, we interviewed Terry McLaurin about his matchup with Darius Slay. This is an even better matchup against Jair Alexander, a guy that can go toe-to-toe in man coverage with McLaurin. I think McLaurin, man, after talking to him, I'm really impressed with how this guy's attacking the game, how he does preparation. He knows his strengths, he knows his weaknesses, and how to beat guys. He talked about that Slay matchup as a chess match. He needed to win with speed and then come on over-unders and stuff. I think McLaurin versus Jair, this is a huge opportunity for Terry McLaurin to kind of cement himself as what I think already is the best rookie receiver this year. I mean, he's played at a very high level.
That's high praise, and I can't necessarily disagree with it. He has been very good with a not very good quarterback situation there with the Redskins. I hope the Packers, they haven't had Jair Alexander track a receiver since week 6. They had that Mark Cooper debacle in week 5, week 6. All of a sudden, Kevin King gets owned by Kenny Galladay on the other side. They went King on Galladay, Jair on Marvin Jones. Jair locked down Marvin Jones. King did not so much, gave up over 100 yards in that one. So they kind of scrapped that. Haven't done it since, but this game makes a ton of sense to do it. Jair Alexander is a tailor-made cornerback for Terry McLaurin. Kevin King far more capable of guarding someone like Paul Richardson or even Kelvin Harmon. So I do think, I'm just going to call it right now, call my shot, Jair Alexander tracks Terry McLaurin. This one's a great matchup because, I mean, Jair Alexander, top 10 cornerback in the NFL right now. If Terry McLaurin gives him a little bit, gives him 100, we're talking about Terry McLaurin as one of the best rookie seasons in quite some time.
I don't think a ton of people are looking forward to watching the Washington Redskins against Green Bay Packers, but I think if you do turn it on, I think there is a little matchup within the game that would be very interesting. Let's go to the Dolphins. The rookie guards this year have not played well. Let's go ahead and say it. They have not played well, and now they're going against.
They've had more blackout appearances at this point than
you have every
week.
Must not be. You have this season.
I was going to say that he who must not be named at this point, so we can't talk about it. We talked about it too much at the beginning of the season.
True.
We can't anymore. But that guy's actually turned around. But they've had a ton of blackout performances. Deion Calhoun made it last week. Michael Dieters made it a handful of times. They just got thrust into action a little too early.
Yeah, but with Quinnen Williams though, very talented at Alabama. He has struggled this year.
I know.
He has not panned out for the New York Jets. Only 13 total pressures on 273 pass rush snaps. The rookie, not the rookie wall, but the rookie learning curve has been big for him. I think he's struggling to take a step forward.
A lot of that scheme though, Greg Williams is like their run first there on the interior, not attacking whatsoever. And at Alabama, he had sort of carte blanche to attack a little bit. Like they knew he was special talent. They said, if you're in one gap and you think you can like get him in the other, and get him in the other. Like they did not necessarily pigeonhole him, but Greg Williams, what he's known for. I mean, last year he had Myles Garrett only doing 2 pass rushing moves to sort of play contain there on the outside. Similar thing probably this year with Quinnen Williams, not given that freedom yet at Alabama. But that's concerning. Like you'd like for him to still be getting the job done at some point without that freedom. Call an excuse if you want to call an excuse, but I do think he's sort of you have to get that caveat in there when you talk about his lack of production this year. It's still he's only 21. Like he's still a young ass dude.
That's true. He's very young. Let's go to Josh Allen, the edge defender for the Jacksonville Jaguars, going against the Los Angeles Chargers in what I think could be a very rough game for the Chargers offensive tackles, as it has been kind of all year long. I mean, the Chargers at left and right tackle have battled injuries, and the guys that are replacing them have really, really struggled. I think Josh Allen, this is his game game to win. I think he's been good as a pass rusher this year, but I think he can have a really good game here and cap off a rookie season that's been strong.
Yeah, Sam Tevye just came back last week for the Chargers, gave up a sack, a couple other hits in that game. Par for the course for him, but Josh Allen's sort of been quiet down the stretch. 4 straight games now with pass rushing grades below 60. Does have now 10 sacks in the season. Like the production, the volume is because he's rushed the passer 305 times. The volume of pressures has been there, not necessarily the down-to-down consistency. If any game is going to boost your down-to-down consistency, though, it's going up against the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean the Chargers made the Raiders pass rush look like all-American team there. I mean right now Trent Scott has allowed 40 total pressures, tied for the third most in the NFL. And Sam Tevye has battled injuries, but he's still allowed 31 total pressures himself. Yeah. It's not been good. It's been bad. Let's just go call it what it is. Let's move forward and grab another piece here. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside going against Corey Ballentine and DeAndre Baker. I said Arcega.
Hit me with the Arcega.
I had to hit you with the Arcega. He has not had a good start to this year, though. Can we start before we talk about the matchup against Ballentine and DeAndre Baker, 2 rookies there for the New York Giants? Man,
he's
J.J.
making
Arcega,
me look like a goddamn idiot.
Yeah, unfortunately, really unfortunately.
I mean, I've had some ugly calls here right out the gate as rookies, but that's why I say don't judge guys. Don't take that victory lap week 1, and don't count a guy out year 1. I don't think that he's written off by any means, but if you're gonna do it, the light's gonna flash on at any point, better. Not going to happen against the Giants secondary. The Giants secondary is butt, and they have Corey Ballentine, 2 rookies, and Corey Ballentine and DeAndre Baker in that secondary playing cornerback for them right now that you need to take advantage of.
And it's not like Arcega-Whiteside has been buried down the depth chart. It's
we
not like he's
J-Joss. I can't hear Arcega-Whiteside. And it just reminds me, I had not a lisp growing up, but I had a speech impediment, and I just that.
I didn't
when
bring
you
that
say
up,
that,
dog. Hey, Tim, I'm so sorry.
It gives me PTSD flashbacks. I'm like,
jeez.
Talk about L's and R's, not whatever that would be. That's more of a lisp, actually, saying Arcega-Whiteside. But
talk about hitting a nerve. J-Jaws. With Corey Ballentine and DeAndre Baker, I mean, he has an opportunity to light him up. I think this is a time to step up.
Exactly. This is Corey Ballentine a couple weeks ago against the Bears. Mitch Trubisky, we talked about blackout segment, 188 yards, 12 of 14 targets. Now, he didn't play as much as past week against the Packers, but I do think that him and DeAndre Baker, they're beatable. They are beatable corners. You should beat them.
This would be a huge opportunity for J-Jaws to come out and have a good game. Cap off a rookie that's been otherwise a disappointment.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of me and get back to more great PFF YouTube content? All you have to do is push that button right there and subscribe. Thanks for watching.